Hello, 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 and welcome to Hot and Rich, a show about celebrities. I'm your host, Kate Raft, and
And I'm
that's
Jack.
Jack, and today is Friday, December 11th, 2020. What a great day to be alive, some are saying. Not me, but some.
Who? Name him. I'll beat him up.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure Reese Witherspoon's having a good day.
Witherspoon,
Just
without
in-
her spoon, either way.
Just in general, because she seems like she's a happy person.
Trump lost at the Supreme Court, so that's good.
Okay, so Trump's officially a loser. That's good news. That's good news.
Yeah.
It is an important day of the week here on Hot and Rich. It's Horny Friday, everybody. I still have to get my Horny Friday mug, but I'm drinking a red wine, a little red vino, out of my little sippy cup that was gifted to me by Donna and Andy, viewers of the show. Thank you, Donna and Andy, for my adult sippy cup. Okay, speaking of Horny Friday, cheers. First of all, we got to do a cheers. Jack, are you drinking anything this Horny Friday? Water is a great choice. That's a great beverage.
I'm having water, man.
I have a great wine store near me, and I follow them on Instagram, and I just get every wine that they tell me to get on Instagram.
Maybe I'll go get myself a vino.
It works really well for me. It's called Silver Lake Wine. I love them.
It's a wine store in Silver Lake.
I love them. They've got very COVID safe. I'm doing free advertisement for them right now, but they do very like COVID safe pickup. It's great. I love it there. It's my second home. I love me some vino.
I'm gonna get myself a glass of vino right now.
I saw someone in the chat said that they were Melschneff said, I'm drinking white wine out of my Horny Friday mug right now. Wow, I love to hear that. That's amazing. Can you all send me pics of you drinking out of your Horny Friday mugs? I would love to see the pics. I got to get my mug. I haven't gotten one yet. I need to get one so that I can be in the spirit of Horny Friday. I don't think they make them with sippy cup lids, but I'll have to just not spill the wine. Jack, are you back? He's still gone. He went to go get some. See, I'm drinking the last of a bottle, so he now has to open up an entire bottle by himself. You know what I mean. He has to open up a new bottle, but that's okay. That's all right. Listen, everybody, I'm starting a new chapter of my life, and that's doing 10,000 steps a day. I know I'm like 5 or 6 years behind the trend of people trying to do 10,000 steps a day. That's not new or exciting, but I fired up the old Apple Watch and I'm like, I'll do it. I could do 10,000 steps a day. I could be 10K. I could be 10 Kate. So I don't know. I've been doing it. I went on a long walk today. And that's why my hair looks like shit, because it's all greasy and sweaty from like sweating under my hat and mask and everything. Let's see, how many steps do I have? Okay, I'm doing pretty good. I'm at 5,800. Oh, wait, it's going up. See, it's got to recalibrate. The Apple Watch.
You're not
sucks.
walking right now.
The Apple Watch kind of sucks.
That's BS. Fake steps.
Okay, I'm at 5,900 right now. 5,902. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. 5,902. Anyway, I had to mail something today, and I'm really trying not to go to the post office if I don't have to because of, skyrocketing COVID numbers in LA and the impending sense of doom and death everywhere you go. So I'm avoiding the post office, but I had to mail something today. So I bought the postage online and then walked frantically around my neighborhood until I caught the mail truck. And I eventually, after frantically looping around the same 3 or 4 blocks, I caught the mail guy, and I tried to wave him down. He was gonna run me over. I stopped in front of his car, and I was waving my package around. I was like, mail this for me, please. and like, I had my headphones in. I couldn't really like hear him, but I was just kind of like, is this okay? And he was like really annoyed at me, but he was like, yeah, it's okay. And he like took the package. So that's fun.
You annoyed a postman.
Chasing the postman.
Yeah.
Took the dog.
Classically what a dog does.
I know. Well, I took Kenny
with
with me. I took Kenny.
You did, yeah.
Me and Kenny were chasing the post officer together. It was a fun afternoon. It was fun.
Sounds fun.
It was fun. Mail carrier, post officer. What do you call them? Mail carrier. Why did I say post?
I don't know about post officer.
What did I say? Did I just make that up?
You're thinking of the post office.
Did I just make that up?
There's no such thing as a post officer.
Did I for real just make that up? Post office.
I believe you
There's
did
a
just
place
make up,
called post office.
I believe that you just did make up a post officer.
No, because there's a place called post office. And
no,
then
the only other type of post officer I can think of are the damn mods.
There's a post office, and the people that drop the mail there are the post officers. No? No? Am I wrong? I think I'm right.
I don't know.
I think I'm right on this one.
I'll accept it.
I think I'm right on this one.
I'll accept it.
I'll accept it too.
There's the post office, and then there's the post officers.
I mean, it makes sense, okay? I don't know. I literally like thought that's what it was called. Like it's in my notes. Like I wrote this down in my notes today. Talk about how I chased down the post officer. Like I really thought that that's what it was called. I'm not smart. Oh, Peon Flex said the homeschool book says post officer. So I'm just about as smart as a homeschooled kid. So, I'm doing well. Anyway, Jack, how are you doing this Friday?
I'm doing better now that I'm drinking a glass of vino, baby.
Okay, so I was just telling them how you had to open a new bottle because I finished the last of the bottle we had last night.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm currently finishing it. What did you go with? What kind of wine are you doing?
I opened the next one I saw.
Okay, so what is it? The pink wine?
I can go tell you by looking at it if I go back in there.
It's like a light. What color is it?
I think it's a red. I feel like. Well, I'm drinking it out of my sippy cup.
Oh, you also have a sippy cup.
Yeah. So
Jack and I have an issue.
Well, we're both streamers, and we both spilled to big problems on our computers all the time, and so now we both have sippy cups to use.
I got Jack a sippy cup after he spilled on his keyboard for like the third time. So now me and my adult husband, we both have little child-esque.
We just do work that's
sippy
called
cups.
streaming, which is a little bit harder,
Streaming is hard work, and if technically this is a podcast, so we are frontline essential workers with our sippy cups.
That's right.
But yes, I'll shout out the merch at the top of the show. Buy merch. We've got Horny Friday mugs. I've got to get mine so that I can cheers you all with my Horny Friday mug. As always, feel free to send in your Horny Friday beverage pics. Okay, I'd love to see pics of you and your Horny Friday beverages, or just pics of you and your merch. And if you like the show, you can always send me a tip of money on Venmo at Kate-Raft, Kait-Raft. Anyway, God, I'm kind of warm because I put the space heater on in my office and it's a little toasty. Or you can see it in the shot. Look at that.
I know. You can see it kind of turning around.
Look
back
at that.
There.
It's right.
It's some good mise en scène.
It's right there. You can see my little space heater. Look at him.
Heating things up in there.
My new sidekick. Look how cute.
Heat E. We have ACE and Heat E.
We have Heat Eat. Heat-E. Heat-E. Heat-E.
Heat-E, like E.T.
Yeah, he's Heat-E.
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 That's the new mascot of the show is Heat-E. We gotta get some Heat-E merch. We gotta get him like a tote.
Heat-E is always just panning its head around, looking about.
Honestly,
we love the way Heat-E is.
I'm honestly like too hot. Like
hey,
I need you to come in
for you.
I need you to come in and turn it off.
Me?
I can't do it because
me tea.
I'm all plugged in. I can't do it. You have to do it, I think. Look at this. Look at this husband I have who's willing to get up out of his chair to turn off my space heater for me, even though I'm much closer to it. This is what a lucky life I live. Wow. I'm really spoiled. That was really nice. Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much.
Me?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was so kind.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now I'm the perfect temperature. All right. Should we do a segment I like to call Hot Seconds? Oh, wait, shit. Wait, before we do. Fuck. I have one more bit of housekeeping, okay? Tuesday's show next week, I have to change the time of the show. I think I'm going to do it on
unacceptable.
I'm going to do it on Monday, I think, instead of Tuesday. I know you're not used to that. I hope you all still tune in. Guess what? I booked a job. I will be working on Tuesday. Okay, I have a 1-day job of employment, and I'm very excited to be. I'm doing a 1-day writer's room thing. I can't obviously say the details. Classic Hollywood stuff, you know. But I have a 1-day job, and I'm very excited for it, and it's on Tuesday, so I've got to move the show to Monday. That's fine. You guys don't mind. You don't mind.
I guess it's fine.
You don't
this
mind.
time.
You don't mind
This
at
time.
all. In fact, you're happy for me.
It's okay this time.
You don't mind at all. In fact, you're thrilled for me.
Do you want to do your hot seconds already?
Let's do hot seconds. Fuck it. This is Hot Seconds. It's a part of the show where we do a topic, but just for hot second.
You want to give that one another go as your producer? Want to give that one a second take, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, take two.
Okay. I'm the only one that thinks this is funny. Okay. This is Hot Second. The only... Oh, shit. I need to do another take. I'm going to try to do it really fast, okay? This is Hot Seconds, a part of the show where we do a topic, but we're just going to do it for Hot Second.
Wow, that one was fairly intelligible.
That's the new tongue twister for all you actors out there who are looking for theater warm-ups. This is the new tongue twister, okay? Okay. This is Hot Seconds. It's the part of the show we do a topic just for Hot Second.
Wow.
This is Hot Seconds, the part of the show where we do a topic just for Hot Second.
Wow.
I'm getting worse at it, actually. I'm getting worse at it. I better quit while I'm behind. Okay. First Hot Second, Lil Wayne has pled guilty for his gun charge in Florida. Remember? He got charged with
That's
with
no
having a gun.
bueno.
I guess he flew to Miami with a gold-plated pistol. He pled guilty. He faces up to 10 years in prison.
Ah, Tunchi, what the hell are you doing?
Huh?
Lil Wayne, they call him Tunchi.
Why? What does that mean? What does it stand for?
It's just his nickname is Tunchi.
Tunchi?
Like Tunchi. Lil Tunchi.
Does it stand for like something?
I don't know. I just know that he's called Tunchi.
Okay. Well, Tunchi faces up to 10 years in prison. He's got a trial on January 28th. Or sentencing, I guess I should say. There's no trial. He pled guilty. Speaking of the law, Tom Girardi's being sued again.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I know. Pretty wild, huh? Tom Girardi, Erica Jane's husband. You know, we talked about them. They like allegedly embezzled money from like airplane crash widows.
Right.
And orphans. So he's being sued again. They're having serious money issues. He's being sued again. And his law firm, Girardi Keese, they're being sued by Wells Fargo Vendor Financial Services because I guess they like stopped paying their bills back in July and August, and they owe like $882,715. Like, what the hell is going on with the Girardis? They're broke. What the fuck? Like, what? Like, I'm like, what happened? Like, who are they? Like, is her lifestyle that expensive that they've just gone completely broke? Or is there something shady going on? Is there like a gambling addiction, or like they had to pay someone off, or they owe someone money, or like, what the fuck? This is like some mob shit. This is wild.
You have a hype train going.
Oh, shit. Well, gosh. Me?
Well, little old me?
I got a hype train going? Me have a hype train? Wow. Hype train, if you don't know, is a Twitch thing that helps support the show. It's when people donate to the show. So thank you for doing the hype train, everybody. Let's keep that hype train going. Let me not become like the Girardis, which is to say broke as hell. Let me be more like, you know, what's the opposite of a Girardi? Someone who's flush with cash. Like a Witherspoon. Like a Reese.
Hey, I wouldn't even do the old fucking stinky without her spoon joke. Who cares about that shit?
Nobody. Literally nobody.
I would never do that kind of BS.
Thank you, Lil Ring Donkey. Thank you, everybody that has given subs and bits to the channel. It's a great way to support the show. We made it through level 1 of the hype train, so I'm happy about that. Okay. God, I gotta get back on topic. I'm kind of a mess today on today's show, but that's all right. Jenny Slate is pregnant. Jenny Slate is pregnant.
Is that so?
Yeah. She's been pregnant this whole time, and we're just now finding out. Congrats, Jenny Slate. She's having a child with her fiance, Ben Shattuck, who's like some, I don't know, artsy guy. She revealed it on Seth Meyers last night. She was like, whoop, I'm pregnant.
Seth.
She's like, Seth, BT dubs, preg. Anyway, that's exciting, right? Remember when she dated Chris Evans? I kind of liked that. Because Chris Evans, like, broke up her marriage, I think, allegedly. Jack, I hear you typing, mate.
Sorry.
Gotta switch to the covert keyboard. Do you remember when she dated Chris Evans? And she was, like, married to some other guy, and then suddenly she, like, wasn't married anymore, and she was with Chris Evans. And everyone was like, did Chris Evans, like, steal her from that husband? Was there some overlap? Remember that? That was exciting. Even, you know, Chris Evans seems like a douche, though, right? He's like the second worst Chris.
Hey, he's about to play the voice of the real man that Buzz Lightyear was based on.
I know. I didn't put any of that shit in here because I think it's truly boring. But yes, Chris Evans is playing the real man Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, and of course Chris Pratt is the worst Chris. Come on, what planet are you fucking living on? Jesus Christ. Okay, Ellen caught COVID. Ellen has caught the COVID.
Wow, can you imagine how much her home staff is being yelled at about this?
I don't know. I mean, I would actually think maybe she can't even have, like, servants waiting on her right now.
That sucks.
Because, like, she's got to be, like, fully quarantined. I mean, people can leave stuff in front of the door, you know, but she can't, like, really be in the same room as anyone. So I'm sure she's in hell. Like, her bed's, like, she has to make her own fucking bed every day. How's that for making your own bed? You know, it's an expression. It means you made your own life bad. Which she did do, because everyone hates her, because she's mean. She tweeted, quote, "Fortunately, I'm feeling fine right now. Anyone who has been in close contact with me has been notified, and I'm following all proper guidelines. I'll see you all again after the holidays. Please stay healthy and safe. Love, Ellen," end quote. I mean, these Hollywood sets, like, do you think she got it at work? Like, it's just, like, crazy that people are, like, working on productions and on sets, and, like, a ton of people are just catching COVID that way. It's crazy, right? Do you think she got it at work?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. I can't, Ellen getting it. I just wonder if she's going to be totally fine because,
I'm sure she will be totally fine because I feel like at this point, all the rich people that get COVID don't die because they get the like adrenochrome, whatever shit that regular people can't get because it's not like widely available. You know what I'm saying? Is that wrong to say?
No, I don't think that's
she
wrong
gets
to
like
say.
the Trump cocktail. Like I feel like if you're on a certain echelon of like elite, you get the like Trump cocktail that like brings you back to life and makes you like feel groovy. Anyway, prayers for Portia. Here's a fun one. Seth Rogen is a potter. He's making pottery.
No. He's a pothead. You must have misread that.
No, he's making pots. And I'm sure he's also smoking pots. But he's also making pots.
What?
Yeah, I didn't stutter. I said he's making fucking pots. What do you think? Do you like the pots, Jack? I think they're kind of cute, actually. I actually genuinely kind of like them. I genuinely kind of like the pots. What do you think, though? Do you like them? I like them.
I like them, yeah.
I like the pots. They're kind of quirky, kind of cutesy, very colorful, some of them. He has set up a pottery studio with a kiln in his home. And do you want to know what they named the kiln?
What did they name it?
Brad Pitt.
Wow.
Do you want to know why?
Because it's a pit?
No, because he said because it gets hot as fuck.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay. Interesting. That's really all I have to say about Seth Rogen making pottery. I don't hate it. I think it's good. And his kiln is named Brad Pitt because of the hotness. Because of the hotness. All right, let's do the segment we do every damn little day on this show. It's called Are Zach Braff and Florence Pugh Still Together? The answer, my friends, is a big fat yes. Yes, they are.
Yes!
And they're in love.
I got to get another vino to celebrate.
What? You're already done?
Wait, I still have some in there.
You forgot? Oh, because you're drinking out of the sippy cup, so it's like hard to tell. I'll have a sip. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's all have a swig together. Let's have a little glug. Even if you're listening to this as a podcast or on the YouTube channel, let's all have a glug, glug, glug. A glug is as close as we can get to a hug in 2020. That was kind of dark, you know? Jack, what are you typing, my man?
Nothing.
Great. I bet it's a tweet. Hey, we've got a level 4 hype train going. The hype train is still going, so hit us with those subs and bits, everybody. If you're interested, if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, you can't do that. You can't contribute to the hype train, but you could try watching live in the future. Twitch.tv/hotandrich every Tuesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific. Anyway, should we get into our main topics, Jack?
Yeah, I think we should get into our main topics.
And our first main topic is that the Kardashians have made a deal with Hulu.
Wow.
For content that's going to stream on Hulu in the U.S. This was announced in Disney's like big dump yesterday. They took a big old dump. And yeah.
Disney's big dump day.
Disney, everyone will remember where they were on December 10th, 2020 when Disney took a big dump.
They took a big dump of Star Wars. They took a big dump of FX.
And they took a big dump on the dumpiest of all.
They took a big dump everywhere.
The Kardashians.
Yeah.
With their dump truck asses. The Kardashians. Anyway, yeah, I called it. I called this, by the way. I fucking called it. I'm always right when it comes to their Kardashians. First of all, I knew they wouldn't fucking not be on TV. And I knew that E wouldn't give them enough money, so they were going to go try to get a contract at somewhere streaming. this is so beyond obvious.
Called it.
And I fucking called it. And if I ever say anything about the Kardashians, you better know that I'm probably right because I'm a literal genius when it comes to Kardashian facts. Okay.
And if I ever say anything about the Kardashians, is that you can't look away, even though it's pretty gruesome to look at, and it reminds me of a car crash, and that is why I called them the Kardashians.
I can't believe I didn't turn that into a shirt when I was making merch. God damn it. What a missed opportunity. Anyway,
We'll be right back with another glass of vino.
I need to catch up.
You want one?
No, I still got like half a glass here. See, it's hard for me to really drink the glass of wine because I'm literally doing a podcast and my mouth has to like flap open and closed and say words. And it's hard to glug, glug, glug. Damn. I was right about the Kardashians. I'm always fucking right about the Kardashians. And I can't believe that Disney is going to own the Kardashians. That's like weird. That's wild to me. Disney owns Quagmire and the Kardashians. That's fucking crazy. Disney owns everything. Disney owns Quagmire, Kardashians.
Giggity, giggity, Kim.
It's too much.
Now Quagmire can finally meet Kim Kardashian.
They're going to meet. Now they are going to meet.
Giggity, Kim.
Because it's fucking synergy. Anyway, we have to talk about how all the Republicans are moving to Southern Florida, aka like Miami.
The Villages?
They are nowhere near the Villages, which is in Central Florida. They're in like so Jared. So I have a whole bunch of, you know, the group, the clique, the MAGA clique is all moving to Miami. We've got Jared and Ivanka, Giselle and Tom Brady. They're moving right next to each other. Not literally next to each other, but in the same like 15 lot gated community private island bullshit called Indian Creek Island. It's also known as the Billionaire's Bunker. Is that where Jeffrey Epstein lived? Jack?
In Palm Beach?
In Indian Creek Island. I'm pretty sure it's not where Epstein lived. Where did Epstein live?
Epstein lived in Palm Beach, I think. And also in like
okay. Well, it's like so Epstein lived in Palm Beach. But this is like, you know, another version of that. It's called Billionaire's Bunker. The official name is Indian Creek Island. Jared and Ivanka, listen, they're fucking trash tier celebrities at this point. They're they're like mostly done being in the White House, thank God. But everyone was like, are they going to move to New York? Are they going to move to New York? It's like, fuck no, they're not going to move to New York. Everyone in New York hates them. They're moving to Billionaire's Bunker in Miami where they only have to see rich people and that are also Republicans. They bought this property for $31.8 million from Julio Iglesias in January. And they're moving there and the lot is currently empty. Look at this lot. Jack, do you see this? This is where Jared and Ivanka are.
Jesus, is that the whole thing is their lot?
That square? Do you see that?
Oh, that square. I thought it was the whole going back there.
No, and it's empty. There's nothing on it.
Wow.
The lot is empty.
Wow.
It's an empty lot for $31.8 million. Just like, you know, they bought some dirt. Once again, celebrities are buying dirt. I mean, they've got some grass on it at least. But yeah, it's like a beachfront. They could get their own dock, I guess. It's like, you know, some rich people shit. 80,000 square feet, 200 feet of private waterfront on Biscayne Bay. Boring. I hate them. And yeah, they suck. But their neighbors are going to be, of course, Karlie Kloss and Josh Kushner, who have just spent $23.5 million on an 8-bedroom Miami estate just minutes from Jared and Ivanka. And damn, they actually bought a place with a house on it. So they got a better deal than Jared and Ivanka.
Wow.
And this place is fucking nice. Like, it's a Spanish style mansion. It's huge. It has like a wine cellar and shit. Look at this pool. This like infinity pool looking out at the ocean. Like, fuck. They're all trash. And they should let me have their houses instead because they don't deserve it. I hate that Karlie Kloss like still tries to pretend like she's a Democrat. Literally, you live with a Kushner here. Like, shut up. Like, you are not. No. Like, you're not one of us. Like, go away. I guess there's like, I guess there are a lot of awful, hypocritical, insanely wealthy Democrats. So I guess she fits right in. But I'm just saying, like, fuck. Like, she's having a Kushner baby at this house. They're going to raise a little Kushner baby with the infinity pool. Biden culture.
Wow, you don't have the sound alert here, so you had to say it. You had to say it.
That's a Jack AM inside joke, everybody.
Biden culture.
Sorry for the hot and rich only listeners.
Wow.
That's a Jack AM inside joke. You have to tune into twitch.tv/Jack AM every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. on twitch.tv/Jack AM to get that one. Am I right? Anyway, let's look at Tom and Giselle's place. They bought a house right in the same, fucking private island as Jared and Ivanka, Indian Creek Island. And their place is only $17 million, so it's kind of cheaper. And it has a house on it, but they're going to bulldoze the house and build something new on the property. So there you go. That's Giselle and Tom Brady's house. This is the MAGA clique. The South Florida MAGA clique. They're all going to hang out and be awful together. Truly, I wouldn't touch that with a 39.5-inch pole.
You're
so
a
much
rotter.
grass. So much grass. Rich people fucking love grass. Let me tell you, you're not hot and rich if you don't have a fuck ton of grass for no reason. No need for that much grass, I say. I don't really love grass. I'll be honest. It's itchy. Bugs are in it. Costs a lot of, water to maintain. It's not really sustainable. Unless you live in like fucking Ireland or some shit where it rains all the time. I'm not into to lawns. Yeah, Party Cockroach in the chat says lawns are white supremacy. Sure. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not?
Well, I mean, they definitely are unnatural in most parts of the United States.
Yeah,
and, like,
totally.
A big part of like water consumption, like it's not a necessary
it's really
thing.
Wasteful.
It's not a natural thing that we have here. So
it's
yes,
wasteful.
absolutely. Like grass could be seen as a form of white supremacy. Of course it could be.
Absolutely, my man. We're anti-grass here on Hot and Rich. We say grass. Kiss my
Not
ass.
every grass though, dude. Man.
All right. Great. Should we talk about Carl Lentz?
If we must.
We've got a Carl Lentz update. There's a lot going on with Carl Lentz. Okay. First of all, people are fucking speaking out about Hillsong, and I'm loving every second of it. I can't wait for the Hillsong documentary whenever it comes out. Because it sounds like shit is fucked up. And I think this is just the tippy tip of the iceberg here. Okay, so there's these ex-church members who are speaking out against the church. One woman said she was discriminated against because she was a lesbian. Another member said she came out as bi, and a pastor said that it was a problem. This one woman, Naomi Irby, who's Mexican-American, claimed that Pastor Donnie Menelas repeatedly called her Spanish-speaking pals the Rosetta Stone group. So they're racist, too. They're not only homophobic, but they're also racist. Yeah, so one of the pastors is like, there's a group of Spanish-speaking congregants at the church, and he's like, oh, yeah, that's the Rosetta Stone group. Fucking racist. That's fucking fucked up. She said that she would correct him and say that, no, it's the Spanish-speaking Connect group, and then he would laugh at her. It's not Carl Lentz. It's someone else at the church, but this is just, I'm painting a picture for you of the culture of the church. Another leader at the church, this guy, Josh Kimes, is being called out this woman, Tiffany Perez, says that she worked for him to babysit his daughter for 25 hours a week for only $150, which breaks down to $6 an hour. She also put in 60 unpaid work hours as an administrative assistant for Hillsong. Got no money. Perez said that the church says that free labor is called honoring, but that really they're just taking advantage of people. I think there's going to be so much more of this shit where people are like calling out the abusive culture at the church. I mean, they're asking people to do free labor. Fucked up, not okay. They're being racist. Fucked up, not okay. And I think this Carl Lentz scandal is much worse than just cheating on the wife. I think it's some deeper shit. And I am wise for knowing that before all of this came out. I will say that. I'll give myself the credit. I'm not afraid to credit myself for being wise. I'm wise. What do you think, Jack?
I think this Lentz guy needs to pull up his freaking pants.
I know.
That's what I think. Those pants are too low.
They're too low. Carl Lentz.
I can near see the shaft.
Yeah. I mean, Hillsong seems fucked up. Carl Lentz is now seeking treatment for depression and burnout. He's at an outpatient facility that specializes in depression, anxiety, and pastoral burnout. A source quoted that to page 6. What's pastoral burnout? Is that like when you're a pastor and you're tired? Like, what is pastoral burnout? Is this like a rehab just for tired pastors? Like, I really want to know. Like, I genuinely don't get what this, like, center that he's rehabilitating himself at is. Like, he's seeking treatment at an outpatient facility that specializes in depression, anxiety, and pastoral burnout. Jane in the chat says it's rehab for drugs and they don't say it. I mean, it's got to be, right? Like, it's got to be, like, low-key he's at addiction rehab for, like, substances, right? I feel like half the time celebrities, when they get like treated for exhaustion or like, you know, this type of stuff, it's usually like we're trying to hide the fact that it's whatever. It's like, fine. I'm fine if people are not wanting their addiction stuff public. I totally get that. But I think saying pastoral burnout is weird. I think, like, what is pastoral burnout? They say that like I'm supposed to know. Sam the Nannerman says pastoral burnout is when you need a break from taking dick from Jesus. Jesus Christ. Uncouth. If Jack was here mentally, he would say uncouth.
Uncouth.
But he's a little checked out. I hear you typing away, man. Turn your mic off.
Then don't comment on it. How about that?
Oh my God. Fucking fine. All right. Here's another Carl Lentz update. Tyler Perry is paying his rent. And guess how much his LA rent is? $100,000. Tyler Perry spent $100,000 on fired pastor Carl Lentz's rented LA mansion.
That's so weird.
That's so fucking weird. I don't know if it's $100,000 a month, but it's got to be like, maybe that's for like a couple months, but still, like, it's a mansion in LA. So, like, yeah, I'm sure it's fucking expensive. Jesus Christ. He says he vows to stick by pal after scandal. This is from The Sun. Jesus Christ. Awful. I mean, what's Tyler Perry's deal? Like, what is Tyler Perry's deal? I didn't even know.
Weird workaholic guy?
I didn't even know Tyler Perry was like a Hillsong guy. I guess I'm
truly a weird workaholic guy.
I'm not surprised, but like
religious.
This makes me think like, what is Tyler Perry's deal? Like, this perks my ears a little bit, and I'm like, what is Tyler Perry's deal? He's giving this guy $100,000. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, he has the money. He's fucking loaded. But I'm like, what's Tyler Perry's deal? What the fuck? Best friends with Carl Lentz, I guess. Odd. Anyway, trigger warning. This last topic is horrifying in every possible way. We're going to be talking about how Shia Labeouf is an abuser and just an awful person. So if you need to step away, this next topic will have domestic violence and more, emotional abuse, physical abuse. So just duck out for the rest of the episode if you don't want to listen to it. I put it at the end so that you could just stop listening now if you need. No big deal. But yeah, FKA Twigs is suing Shia LaBeouf, citing relentless abusive relationship. There's a big article
It's horrendous
in the New York Times about it. It's truly horrible. I read through this today and I was like, Shia LaBeouf is a fucking monster. Like he could have killed her. Mm-hmm. The stuff in this lawsuit and that the stuff that FKA Twigs is alleging, and I have to emphasize, I do believe FKA Twigs completely. I believe, and Shia has admitted to being abusive and having problems with alcohol. It's horrible. It's horrifying. It's truly, truly, truly terrible, and it makes me really mad. It makes me really, really mad. It's like hard to even do this topic because it's really fucked up. I think it's a miracle FKA Twigs is even alive. She's such a survivor. She's so brave for coming forward. She's giving a lot of her proceeds from the lawsuit away to charities and stuff. But let's just get into some of the allegations because we got to report the news. I mean, as gruesome as it is. So here's one incident that she talks about in the article. It says, quote, just after Valentine's Day in 2019, the musician FKA Twigs was in a car speeding towards Los Angeles. At the wheel was her boyfriend, the actor Shia LaBeouf. He was driving recklessly, she said in a lawsuit filed on Friday, removing his seatbelt and threatening to crash unless she professed her love for him. End quote.
Awful.
Terrifying. Completely fucking terrifying. He could have killed her. She also said that in the lawsuit, quote, once waking her up in the middle of the night, choking her, end quote. So he just choked her.
Fucking horrendous.
In the middle of the night while
this
she was
guy's
sleeping.
like sick. He's sick.
He's sick.
I agree. Lydia Burrell said on Twitter, and I agree with this. Everything this jerk off does is a performance, including his apology. He's pretty lucky we treat people like him like royalty and not circus animals. Truly, this guy is doing a performance in his apology. He's a fucking scumbag.
I know.
Piece of shit.
God, it fucking sucks. FKA Twigs gave a quote about this. She said, quote, I'd like to be able to raise awareness on the tactics that abusers use to control you and take away your agency, end quote. This is Shia's statement. And I agree with you, Jack. It is a performance. And I don't fucking have 1 ounce of sympathy for Shia LaBeouf at all. I say fuck off forever, Shia LaBeouf. You're literally a monster. It's a miracle you didn't kill her. And I can't even imagine the countless other people that are going to come forward because this does not seem like it was a one-time thing. This seems like the behavior of someone who's a habitual monster. He said, quote, I'm not in any position to tell anyone how my behavior made them feel. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I have been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting the people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and am sorry to those I hurt. There's nothing else I can really say. End quote. Alcoholism's not an excuse. You know what I mean? It's a horrible disease being an alcoholic, but plenty of people are alcoholics and they don't choke people out while they're sleeping.
No, alcoholism is a disease, and then there are people who are abusers and then also have alcoholism.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like those are two separate elements of a person's life. You know what I mean?
Yes. It sucks.
Yeah.
The lawsuit, okay, here's another quote from the LA Times, or New York Times, sorry. Quote, the lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court says that Mr. LaBeouf knowingly gave Miss Barnett a sexually transmitted disease. It accuses him of relentless abuse, including sexual battery, assault, and infliction of emotional distress, end quote. This is fucked. He intentionally, knowingly gave her an STD. That's so fucked up. That's so abusive. This guy is so fucking abusive. It's insane. And my last quote here is, this is how we'll wrap the segment up. Quote, in her lawsuit, Ms. Barnett says she plans to donate a significant portion of any monetary damages to domestic violence charities. It was actually very expensive and a massive undertaking in time and resources to get out, end quote, she said in an interview. Just terrible. Really, really fucking terrible. Just despicable behavior. Fuck Shia LaBeouf forever. If I had to guess what's going to happen next, I think that, you know, he'll have to pay out a bunch of money to FKA Twigs and she'll donate it to survivors. And, you know, maybe he'll go away for a while. And then I promise you, the system is so fucked up that in like 4 years, he's going to come back and like win an Oscar or some bullshit. Like truly, like this stuff never sticks. Maybe I'm cynical. Maybe I'm jaded. If we lived in a just world, like Shia LaBeouf would go away forever and never like be an actor
like go to
again.
Prison.
He should go to prison.
I'm for prison abolition, but like, you know,
Except
a
for
very
this.
rich, well, not except for this, but like living in the world that we live in where there's so many people in prison for so much stuff, like he will never see a day in prison. You know what I mean? He will never see a day. He will never go to court for any of the many crimes of domestic abuse he's caused. And you just spilled wine on yourself. Yeah, it won't happen.
Nothing's going to happen.
Doesn't happen to the hot and rich.
It's like the hot and rich community is immune.
They don't have crime.
It's fucked up. I'm so upset by this. And you know what? I'm glad I read the article just because, like, she has some really great quotes in it. And I recommend, you know, it's hard to read, but if it's something you're able to read, I think that it's a really, like, well done piece in the New York Times. And she basically talks about how, like, this can happen to anyone. Like, anyone can find themselves in an abusive relationship.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought was so powerful at the piece is that she's like, I wanted to talk about this because I'm, like, autonomous and I have money and I could get away at any time. And still, I got stuck in this cycle.
Exactly.
You know?
In the article, she was like, at any time I could have, like, booked a business class flight back to my 4-story townhouse in England. And I felt like I couldn't. I felt like I was trapped. There's a terrifying scene that she paints at one point where she's, like, packing her bags to try and leave him, and he like locks her in a room and like holds her hostage so she can't leave. It's like horror. It's like horror movie shit. It's horror movie shit. I think it's a miracle she's alive.
Well, and there's
like,
also
this guy
the video.
This guy could have fucking killed her like many times.
There's also the video of like, you know, him arguing with a previous girlfriend, and he's yelling at her like, "This is why people become abusers."
It's terrible.
Terrible.
I think he should go away for attempted murder, for real. Because he tried to fucking kill her in the car.
Choked her.
And he tried to kill her in the car. He choked her. He slammed her against shit. Like, I think he should go to prison. Listen, I am also a prison abolitionist, but this guy's fucking disgusting. And I really believe nothing bad's going to happen to him because of this. I really do. It sucks. I mean, how do we end the show now? Like, I don't have another topic. Truly, that was really hard to talk about. I hate reporting on stuff like that, but I think it's important to talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a drink. I'm like, I need a drink after talking about that. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm sweating over here. Whew. All right, Jack. Thanks for producing the show.
Yep.
What are you going to do after this, Jack?
I don't know. Probably play Cyberpunk. I just ordered some weed.
Sweet. You
Want to end the show?
I'll do my spiel. I am going to be, little plug. I am going to be playing Among Us on Twitch tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
So tune in to twitch.tv/JackAM to watch me play fucking some video game called Among Us. The people have spoken. They want me to play it, so I will be playing it tomorrow. You know, I need attention, and I don't get out a lot these days, so I guess I'll game, even though I'm not a gamer, never will be a gamer. So tune in tomorrow. That's Saturday, depending on when you're watching this, on twitch.tv/JackAM. I don't know what time, but I'll tweet it out. Yeah, that's it. That's the show. I'll see you guys on Monday. this next week at a new special time, just a one-time only thing. Until next time, stay hot and stay rich.